So you wanna upgrade your art by using right colors, and here are some tips on how you can do that. First, try different color shadows. Here are two balls. Yeah, I'm sure this one is more appealing to you. Why so? Because the color variation. The other wall look kind of flat and less interesting, whereas the other one look more eye-catchy and more three-dimensional because of the color variation. You can check out my one of video, this one. Here I told you why color variation in shadows are important and how it's done, so it will help. There is not just one color when it comes to shadow, light and coloring in general. You can see in this art there is pink, blue, purple, yellow, and there is not just one color. Instead of just one shade of color, there are different kind of colors. In this one also you can see there is gray, orange, blue, pink and some bright desaturated colors even though it's shadow. How can you choose the color for shadows? Let's have a color wheel here. When you don't want people attention on some area or they are far, like this place shadow in it, like you can use some grayish color for the shadow. Here I usually use, this is the color, this is the desaturated blue color I usually use for far objects. You might ask why I do this. Because I want viewers main attention in front here, and that's why I use a saturated color in front and a desaturated color in the back. It also give it a blur illusion, so like it's just like using colors for blurring things. Like you can already see here that back of the skirt is looking like it's far and it's looking blur, and your main attention is in the front, but still the color combination here looks good, and that's all we need. Shadow and lighting should have difference, that's it. That's why I use a saturated color for light and because it glows, and desaturated color for shadow. They look dull and it creates a difference. You might think shadows should be darker. Yes, as you can see here, shadows are darker, but there are some bright spots here, and they are the reflective light coming from the environment and nothing else. That's why variation in shadow is important. It's basically a personal choice, and I just wanna keep my art colorful, so I color shadow and I just use different colors for shadowing. When I kept shadows simple, like just a darker shade of skin, it kind of looked flat and I did not like it. That's why I changed my coloring style a lot by using some color theory, and yep, I actually like it. I use this end of the triangle for lightning, and for shadows I use this because shadows are darker and desaturated, so that's why I keep desaturated colors for shadows, because yep, that look good. Like you can see here, it's the saturated color, and here are the desaturated colors for shadows I used. It looks dark and it looks like, yeah, the far the object gets, the desaturated the color gets. That's a thing, that's it. That's what I remember and keep in mind while color. Shadows actually don't have the darker color of the skin or the object. They usually have different colors that are bouncing from the surrounding, and that's how it varies in color. Now let me show you how I get that color variation. Here's the drawing. You can see here is it's the darker shade of the head already, but after that I use a light blending mode and use a little desaturated blue, and then color over that shaded area, and decrease its opacity, and you can see here we just got our desired color, and yep, that's how I got the color variation. And now here's the speed paint. I think you should pay attention on it if you want to learn how I shade shadows, so that you will learn some things. Like you can see, I'm just putting normal colors, and these colors are not so desaturated, not so saturated, they are just normal. And After that I will start using the color variation. First of all, I'll just shade the skin in the dark, like we usually do. Darker, I use a multiply layer and then shade the skin, and after that, like I said, I use a light blending mode and color the blue color over the saturated area. It's up to you which color you wanna use for that. I usually use blue because blue is mostly present a lot in the surrounding, but it's also a personal choice. You can choose any color you want. And yeah, you can see I firstly use dark colors, just a darker shade of the base color for shading, and over that I change its color by using a new layer, usually called either overlay or light and screen blending mode. And yeah, you can see here, and after that I again change colors here and there, like you can see here. Now because the light is coming from the left, that I will make the left area of the skirt and her hairs and everything very saturated, as I told you. And where the light is coming less, I will keep that areas less saturated, because it's I have to give it a illusion that it's in shadow. So that's it, that's how I draw. And yeah, I will just let it play in the background, and after that we will wrap it all up. And yep, we are almost done. Here's our end result. I think I'm still like, yeah, it's the end result already. And I hope you like this video. See ya.